Ask Reddit, what totally normal names would be cruel to name your child in 2020, and why? I had a friend named Carrie who visited Albania with an NGO in the late 90s. Only to discover that everyone giggled when she introduced herself. Finally, someone told her her name meant dick in Albanian. She felt bad until later on that trip when she met an 8-year-old boy named Clearum, whose non-English speaking parents had nicknamed him Clit. I once made a character on WoW called Zizi. She didn't last long, on account of all the French people demeaning me, snickering at my choice. It's a childish word for penis in French. Isis, after the Egyptian goddess. There was a case where a woman got into trouble because she wanted her daughter's name on a Nutella jar. There was this service where you can print whatever name you want on the jar, and they refused because her daughter's name was Isis. I've got a family member named Isis. Her username is Ducking Gold. I'd love to post it but want to protect her privacy. Her mom is pagan and chose it because of Isis, the goddess of women and children. This was back in the 90s. Long before the terrorist organization. It's a beautiful name that's been tarnished by assholes who contradict its meaning. I legit saw a real estate ad for a guy named Chad Chaddington the other day. I think his parents hated him. Actually, I was in Cali when I saw the sign. But thanks for all the upvotes and the awards, guys. My wife went to school with a Richard Dick Meyer. They called him Dick Meyer. What made it more interesting to me was he's Richard Dick Meyer 3. Any Disney princess name because their probs will be a live-action reboot of it in the near future. Naming a kid Rapunzel is gonna get them picked on either way. You won't be doing them any favors if you go with Pocahontas or Cinderella either. I worked with a woman named Gay. Hello. I'm gay communicates something different today than when she was born. She was an older lady. I had a counselor at school named Gay Bath. Probably Isis. I know a girl named Isis. She turned 17 this year. It was a pretty neat name for most of her life. Now I feel bad for her. When it comes to Finnish names, the worst ones probably are Fanny and Rape. My grandpa has a good friend is Rape. And that name was totally okay in mid-50s before the English language spread all over. What's wrong with Fanny? It's popular in French too. It's British slang for vagina. Well, Alexa, Karen, Kyle and Siri. Wait. I missed Kyle. What's the deal with Kyle now? My name is Alexa. It low-key sucks. But I always tell people it was my name first, fi fa. Chastity. Last name? Cage. New twins named Charity and Chastity. To know what the duck their parents were thinking. Chad. A friend of mine adopted a dog named Chad. Previous owners gave it the name and it responds to it, so changing it is not really an option. He's a really nice dog. That's my stepbrother's name. I feel so bad for him. Why? He probably ducks a lot. Don't knows if this counts. My daughter was born 8 months ago and we didn't have a name. The nurse thought it was funny and said, "Don't worry, Lady Week." I had a couple legally name their kid Superflea. The other nurses in the room confirmed it. I am a pharmacy tech and we see some weird names. There was a grown-ass man with the first name of C. The letter C. I know he got a bunch of crap for it. And I feel so bad for him. I am sure he's had to say a million times like the letter C until he's sick of it. We used to joke at the pharmacy if he had siblings A and B, but we mostly just felt bad because honestly, it's a messed up thing to do to a kid. And don't name your kid William Williamson or John Johnson. It's not cute. BJ. Yo went to middle and high school with a kid named BJ Gooch. My initials are BJM. I have to use all 3 letters. Otherwise I'm either a blowjob or a bowel movement. Hey Alexa. Hey Alexa. How many bitches can we fit in the Tesla? Clarence Eustace Scrub. And he almost deserved it. Bold words coming from a man whose middle name was Staples. My grandma's name is Zelda, which I think is such a sick name. But my husband refuses to name a child Zelda and it's so sad. It's also the name of F. Scott Fitzgerald's wife, who was the namesake for Zelda from Lozzie. And then Robin Williams named his daughter Zelda after Zelda from Lozzie. Jesus. Everyone calls me Jesus instead of Jesus because of the way it's spelled. Jesus. My mom's name is Ivanka and people always bring up Ivanka Trump, which is extremely annoying to her. LMAO, my mother is named Katrina. She gets more than annoyed about hurricane jokes. Well, I mean, if you're a JR, that means her mom has moaned her name. Man, why you gotta do me like that? That's what your mom said too. Dick. Lots of old people named Dick. But nowadays, I have never met anyone actually named Dick. It's short for Richard. But there's other nicknames for Richard. Rick. Rich. Ricky. Etc. That will work fine. The only guy I've ever known to go by Dick was this old farmer named Dick Short. I never talked to him much. I just imagined he had a really good sense of humor. Adolf. I come from a long line of German Adolfs that mysteriously switched to Alfred somewhere in the mid-20th century. I served with a guy named Adolf, but pronounced the same. He was also 6'4" and black, so there wasn't too much of an issue. Back in middle school I knew a girl named Wisdom. At the time I actually thought her name was pretty cool. I have a pretty plain name, but she always said that she hated it in her parents. Later I found out that her last name was Vision. Her full name was Wisdom Vision. My little brother was friends with her brother, Messiah. Wisdom and Messiah Vision. I don't blame her for hating her parents. Rolf. Who would not want the name of the son of a shepherd? They insult his name. They must bring the customary apology cupcakes. Gay. And before I get downvoted for being homophobic, I am gay. I just think it would suck for a kid and can imagine the teasing. I had a buddy in high school whose last name was Gaylord. He got so much teasing for it. Sherry and Brandy if the parents are alcoholics. The same first name as the baby's last name. Parents giving the kid the same name they gave their pet. Chuck if the kid pukes a lot. Shrek. They'd be instantly killed for attempting to impersonate a god. ABCDE. I kid you not. A kid in the grade above me was named ABCDE and it was pronounced Absidy, Absi, as in Sith, D. It sounds like a good name, but the spelling was just horrible. Yo, what up, it's your gym instructor Absidy. Wow, you are so wonderful for listening. Hit like button and subscribe for more daily stories.